In this video, I'm going to explain how ICT's recent trade used Goldbach. I'm going to break down his trade using the Goldbach levels, and I'm going to show you how you can create your own trading model based off of ICT's trade today and some knowledge that I'll teach you about Goldbach. So this is the trade he took just before news, a few seconds before news at 10 a.m. He executed some sell orders. He put his stop loss at 15,990, and then his TP was at 15,98 and a quarter. This was roughly a 2R trade that he took on the 1 minute for NASDAQ. And this is the magic. This is how he did the trade using Goldbach. So even though on his chart he shows the 1 minute time frame, we know he has multiple screens. So I'm going to show you some magic on how he took this trade. So this is the chart. However, I know that he executed this on the 30-second chart. Reason being is I could see exactly which Goldbach power of 3 and which Goldbach entry signals he wanted and he was looking for based off of the 30-second chart. Now, for those who are new to my channel, this is how you set up the official Goldbach indicator. So it's called DMN's ICT AMD Goldbach. We load it up, right? And let's simplify this because we don't need everything for the purposes of this video. We'll remove the AMD boxes. As my background is in black, we need our labels in white. Let's show the stats box and move the dealing range box to the bottom left. Okay, now here comes the magic. ICT executed this trade on the 27 power of 3. So let's load that up. Now, I've also marked up the trade. So there's his entry, there's his stop, and there's his TP. So just flicking back to the video. $15,990, and there's his sells. So these are the levels. And there's his TP. Now, when we go down to the 30-second time frame, and we go to 10 o'clock when news came out, we can see that at 10 o'clock exactly, this was the spot price, and this was the Goldbach power of 3 dealing range at play. Now, what is interesting about this, right? So you can build a whole trading system and a whole trading strategy just based off of this example that I'm going to teach you today. Okay, so what do we have? We have relative equal highs here. So we have all these relative equal highs. Now, as you know, no candle is priced randomly. Every single candle has a purpose, an exact purpose. And the purpose of these candles were to create liquidity around the high of the dealing range. Here we have an order block. There's an order block. So we had all this liquidity. This candle swept all of this liquidity into the extension. So this is the extreme of the dealing range. This is the low, this is the high, and this is the extension. And for those who are new to my channel, the way the levels work in Goldbach is these partitions define exactly where the PD arrays will form. So the rejection block should form here, the OB, the fair value gap, liquidity void, equilibrium, and so on. Go see a previous video of mine for an explainer of that, maybe the introduction to Goldbach or the Goldbach indicator explain video. I'll show you how to find that actually. So if you go to my channel, go to videos, sort by popular, the ones you probably want to watch are Goldbach Trading Explained. So this gives you an overview of what Goldbach is, and this tells you how to use the indicator. With those two, you have some powerful information. And if you want to see me trade Goldbach, this trade here that I took makes it very obvious that the markets are priced by Goldbach. Okay. Now, of course, in order to fully understand Goldbach, there's a link to the official Goldbach book in the description to this video. And by purchasing the book, you get access to the official Discord where all the mentorship and all the teaching happens. Okay, so going back to this, we had all this liquidity that was generated. We had a candle that swept all this liquidity into the extension, and we also had an order block here. Order block, liquidity swept into the extension, and then what did we have? What did the next candle do? And the next candle rejected from the high. So this gives us a pretty big heads up that we're going to stay within this dealing range. We are not going to go to the dealing range higher. And look how accurate Goldbach is. So if we use the price tool, we can see that the next candle after the sweep rejected at this value, which is the exact high price, the high of the dealing range. Once he saw this, he knew we were staying in this range. And then it was just a matter of him doing a market execute, and then he got slipped a little bit, and that's where he came in. And the trade at news just dumped for 2R, and then he exited, and then he TP'd. Very simple. So nothing too fancy here. Well, nothing fancy for the guys in Goldbach. So I hope this video helps you to understand how ICT took this trade, the real reason for taking this trade. Once again, you had all of this liquidity at the high. This liquidity was swept into the extension, and we were rejected down. There's your sweep. We rejected down. The next candle rejected the high. That gave ICT a big heads up that we probably were going to tank. He was bearish on the day. Look at this. It's very obvious that we're bearish on the day. He just needed a reason to get short, and this was his region. Sweep liquidity into an order block. Swept it into the extension. We rejected from the high. Took his market order. Slipped here. And then he TP'd. Bang. Easy. Go check out the trade that I took today. I put it on my public YouTube. That was a limit order. And see how precise my entry was. I'll show you. I have a limit order placed. And then I was tapped in. Once you understand Goldbach, trading becomes so pleasurable. And then of course I TP'd. Goldbach is Enigma. Hopefully, if you watch enough of my videos, you understand this. If you would like to learn more about Goldbach, there's a link to the official Goldbach book in the description. And there's also a link to my private mentorship program.